Good morning to all. Today I am going to take the class about technology of printing. So it is the most interesting subject. First of all, we have to know about definition for the printing. Printing is the process of transfer of a design or artwork onto textile materials providing a decorative look. So it mostly gives the decorative look. The chemical principles are generally the same, like the dyeing process. The dyeing process is nothing but fiber fixation mechanism and also medium, etc. These are the things we are doing in dyeing. The same things we have to generally use for this printing process also. So expecting for the method of application, printing can be called as a localized dyeing because we have to apply it in a particular area. So this is called as a localized dyeing. Printing is achieved by controlled application of colors to the respective areas as per the design. It may be a single color or multicolor. So we have to apply the colors in the particular area. Whatever the areas we want to color, that area we have to design or color the materials by using the dyes and pigments. Whatever the things we have to done that process. So and also by use of the thickened printing paste. So here we are must use the thickness because in the printing process thickness and binders plays a major role in the printing process because of its viscosity. So we didn't make the or we didn't do the proper viscosity, mean it will create issues. So we must maintain the viscosity to the print paste. Then next we have to see about what are the ingredients used in the printing process. There are a number of ingredients are available for this printing. Here I have to tell few of the ingredients for your reference, like pigment or dye stuff we already discussed, then wetting agents, solvents, solution acids, dispersing agents, and Hume Tectonics, thickness, deforming agents, oxidizing and reducing agents, catalyst and mild oxygen carriers, acids and alkalis, then carriers and swelling agents, binders, hand modifiers, sequestering agent, retarding agent, preservative agent, then miscellaneous agents. So these are the major ingredients we have to use in our printing process. First of all, we have to see what about the dyestuffs and pigments. Dyestuffs and pigments depending on the fiber to be printed. So depends upon the fiber nature, we have to select the dyes and also the pigments. A selection can be made from the dyestuff. For example, reactive dyes for cotton, dispersed dyes for polyester, acid and metal complex dyes for wool and silk. Because actually the reactive dyes have very good and excellent properties to cotton because it creates a covalent bond to the materials. So this is the best suitable dye for cotton materials. In the same manner, dispersed dyes for polyester and also acid metal complex dyes for wool and silk. The pigment colors can be applied to almost all kind of fibers with good fastness properties. So pigment can be applied for all kind of fibers and also we can get the good fastness properties. Next, wetting agents. The use of wetting agent is beneficial in dissolving dyestuffs. For example, TRO, tartrate oil, is the commonly used wetting agent for naphthol and VAT dyes. And sodium salts of sulfated vegetable and animal oils and ethylene oxide condensates are examples for wetting agent. So we know very well about wetting agents, like we are used in our laboratory. Tartrate oil used as a wetting agent. It is used to increase the wettability of the material. For example, monopole, brilliant oil, etc., etc. These are the some examples for the wetting agents. So we are commonly used wetting agent is tartrate oil, that is called in the short form TRO. The next one is solvents, solution aids. Then solvents or dispersing agents are used to prevent aggregation of the dye molecules in the highly concentrated paste of the dye. If suppose we have to take a more concentration of the dyes or more concentration of the materials, means it will aggregate. So at the time we are using solvents or dispersing agents to avoid this kind of or prevent this kind of aggregation. That's why only we are used solvents. Commonly used solvents are acetylene, diethylene glycol, thiodiethylene glycol. So mostly glycol oriented solvents are used for prevention of aggregation process. So this is the purpose we are adding solvents in the print paste. If suppose the aggregation is high, means the fabric will be damaged and you cannot get the proper design and also proper shade. That's why only these solvents are helped to prevent the aggregation. Then next one is Hume Tectonics. Hume Tectonics added to the print paste formulation to prevent water evaporation from the paste, preventing skin over and also paste instability. If suppose your water is evaporated, means what will happen? The print paste viscosity will be reduced. So at the time you cannot print properly and your printing paste will not get in proper manner. So typically humectants is like ammonia, triethanolamine, polyalcohols, ethylene glycol, glycerin and urea. So these are the things we are used as a humectants. So it is also used to reduce the evaporation of water from the print paste. That is the purpose we are using this ingredient. Then next one is dispersing agent. So we know very well about dispersing agent. It is used to disperse the solid particles. So we can disperse the solid particles by using this dispersing agent and also promote post stability. So it not only disperse the solid particles, it is also promote the post stability and increase post penetration into the fiber. Similar in use are productive colloid, increasing paste stability. So it is also increase the paste stability. So there are two main groups of such agents like surfactants, mainly of the anionic and non-ionic types. So surfactants are mostly in anionic groups or non-ionic types. The next one is water soluble polyelectrolytes, the condensation products of formaldehyde with arylosulfonates or lignosulfonates, these being the major types of polyelectrolyte. So these are the major polyelectrolytes we are used for dispersing agent. Most usually they are anionic type. So previous one, it means surfactants is both anionic and also non-ionic. But in water soluble polyelectrolytes, mostly we are used anionic type. So this is the purpose for dispersing agent. Then thickness. Thickness plays a major role in our printing process, because thickness used in textile printing are high molecular weight components giving viscose to the paste. So I already told viscosity plays a major role in our printing process. So in that viscosity have to be maintained by using this kind of thickness. So that is the purpose we are give a more importance to thickness in the print paste preparation. This impacts stickiness and plasticity to the printing paste without spreading and capable of design outlines even under pressure. So it impacts the stiffness and also the plasticity. So this is the important one. So regarding this, the paste without spreading. So the paste cannot spread all the areas of the part. So it is only capable of the design. Even your pressure is increased at the time also, it will tackle easily. Their main function is to hold or adhere the dye particles in design on the fabric until the transfer of the dye into the fiber or fixation is complete. So up to the process completion it will work. Some examples for thickness is starch, CMC. Everyone knows CMC? Yes, carboxy methyl cellulose. That is called as CMC. Then sodium alginate. We have to use some other thickness also in the printing process. So I have to give some of the examples like starch, CMC, sodium alginate and all. We have a number of thickness are available in commercially in the market. Here I have to give some particular things only. Next, deforming agents. In case of roller printing, the use of wetting agent in the print paste coupled with continuous agitations of the paste occurring in the color box produces foam, which leads to defects in printing. So, if regularly the foams will be created means it will create an issue. Suppose in your print paste is fully filled with deforming foams means it will lose your design. That's why only we have to use this kind of deforming agents for deform the foams, which leads to defects in printing. So we have to avoid the defects in the print process. Silicone and pine oil derivatives can be used as deformers for this purpose. So here we are using silicone and also pine oil derivatives. So these are the deforming agents. Then next one is Silculabs, ICL. ICI is nothing but the company name, and Periminal KBI. This is also one product of ICI or the commercial products of deformers. Silculabs is usually used in large scale industries and also the Periminal KBI. So these are some commercial products of deformers. It is available in the current markets. Then oxidizing and reducing agent. In order to develop the final color in steaming or in the subsequent after treatment as in printing, solubilized wet dyes, aniline black, some oxidizing agent are used in the printing paste. So why we are using in the final color in the steaming or subsequent after treatment as in printing, especially for solubilized wet dyes, aniline black, we have to use some oxidizing agent for printing paste. Some examples for oxidizing and reducing agent is potassium chromate, sodium nitrate in acetic medium. So these are the examples for oxidizing and reducing agents. Then mild oxidizing agent. So what is meant by mild oxidizing agent? In previous point we discussed about oxidizing agent. Now we are discussing about mild oxidizing agent. What is the difference between mild and oxidizing agent? Okay, see, it prevents adverse effect of the reducing agent on unprinted ground during steaming. So during that steaming time, it affects the reducing agent on unprinted ground, and also resist salt is used to protect from reducing action of the steam, which may reduce the loss of color value. So sodium metanitrobenzene sulfonate is the commercial name of Ludigol. It is called as a resist salt. If reducing influencing under acidic conditions, sodium chlorate is used instead of Ludigol. So we have to use sodium chlorate also. The reducing agents such as Rangalite C, nothing but sodium sulfoxylate formaldehyde and stannous chloride are helpful as discharging agents for discharge style of printing. So now you clearly understand what is meant by oxidizing agent and what is meant by mild oxidizing agent. Then next one is catalyst or oxygen carriers. In order to accelerate the development of color through oxidant ion such as aniline black, potassium ferrocyanide and ammonium vanadate are used as catalyst or oxygen carriers. So these are the oxygen carriers we have to use in our printing process. Then acids and alkalis. Whenever acidic conditions have to be created during steaming, an acid liberating agent is added to the printing paste. The acid is needed during the curing stage of fixing the pigments ammonium chloride, and diammonium hydrogen phosphate are examples. The usage of alkalis like sodium carbonate, sodium bicarbonate and sodium silicate is necessary for fixing respective colors in printing. Alkali and acids are useful in chemical resisting agents in resistyle of printing. The next one is carriers and swelling agents. In order to penetrate the dye molecule into the compact structure of fiber, the swelling agent or carriers are used like carriers in polyester fiber. Example, dichlorobenzene, phenol, resornicol is the examples for carriers and also swelling agents. Nowadays they have to ban the carriers for your kind information. Then binders, this is the major role played in the printing process. A product of high molecular weight which is capable of forming a three-dimensional film used to hold the pigment particles in a place on the surface of a textile substrate. So binders is used to hold the pigments in the fibers. It is not necessary when using dyes. Then which is very important in determining fastness properties of normal synthetic like latex compounds. Acrylics, vinyl acetates, butadienes, self-cross-linking agents and methyloacrylamide. These are the examples for binders. Then check-wasting agent. The check-wasting agents are intended for blocking the activities of metallic ions present in the print paste. Example, sodium hexametaphosphate. So sodium hexametaphosphate is the common check-wasting agent for our printing process. Then retarding agents. Retarding agents are used for preventing troubles such as unevenness in depth of printed shade, scatteriness through proper control of fixation rates of fast dyeing dyes. Example, N-benzyl pyridinum. So this is called as retarding agent. So this is the example for retarding agent. Then preservative agents. When thickening agents is preserved for long time, so sometimes workers are not available, at the time we cannot print, so next day we have to come and print. At the time we have to prepare our print paste like thickening agent like that. So if one day was gone means the print paste also get irritated or some other fungi or some other things will be created. So we have to avoid these kind of things or such a problems means we have to use preservative agents. It may be spoiled by action of bacteria and its viscosity may get lower. So I already told like that. Some bacteria may be formed. Sometimes its viscosity may be lowered. So prevent this action, we have to use salicylic acid. Phenol is used as a preservative agents in the print paste. Then miscellaneous chemicals. So these are some other important thing like mordants. It has an affinity for both fiber and the dye stuff. Tannic acid along with tartametric is used as mordants. Various products for special functions can be used in the print paste. For example, good dischargeability in wet dyes is achieved by incorporating complexing agent. This complexing agent will react with reduced wet dye and it is not reoxidized to the parent wet dye. If we have to see in some example means Electrotrope W, it is nothing but dimethyl phenyl benzyl ammonium chloride, and Leucotrope O for color discharge. So these are the things we have to use for miscellaneous chemicals. So I hope all are understand. If you want any queries, you can ask your questions through WhatsApp or email. My WhatsApp mobile number is shown in the presentation and also my mail ID is there. If you want to ask any doubts or any clarification, feel free to contact me. Thank you to all. Thanks for watching. Thank you.